Hello everyone. In this video, I am discussing some more methods for the preparation of carboxylic acid, which are also synthetically very useful. So, in which first one is oxidative cleavage of alkenes. Okay, so oxidative cleavage of alkenes means double bond will be cleaved by oxidation. Okay, so when this alkene is heated in acidified or alkaline KMnO4, this alkenes will undergo oxidative cleavage to yield corresponding carboxylic acid. So what happens in this reaction is that symmetrical alkene. So this is symmetrical alkene because both sides are, this is double bond CH3, CH3. So this is a symmetrical alkene. So symmetrical alkenes will be giving single acid. So two molecules of single acid will be getting. So how this is happening? Now here oxidative cleavage will be happening over here. So this fragment will be converted into acid. This fragment will be converted into acid. So here CH3CH. So this carbon will be oxidized to acid. So what you will be getting? CH3 C double bond OH, acetic acid. So here also CH3 C double bond OH. So you will be effectively getting two molecules of acetic acid. Now what about if you are having unsymmetrical alkene? Let me write an example of an unsymmetrical alkene like CH, CH3, CH double bond CH, CH, CH3. So this is an unsymmetrical alkene. So you can have acidic KMnO4 as well as alkaline KMnO4 you can use. It's a very strong oxidizing agent. Okay. So here this cleavage will be happening. So this is an unsymmetric alkene. Here CH3, whereas here you have more substitution. So this side, this carbon will be converted into carboxylic acid. Here this carbon will be converted into carboxylic acid. So this side means CH3CO2H. So one molecule obviously will be CH3CO2H. Okay, the other side this carbon will be oxidized. So the remaining things will be as such. CH, CH3, right? Then CO2H. So this is the two different carboxylic acid that you will be getting from unsymmetrical alkene. So a simple alkene I am writing like propene. This is propene. Okay, so if you are doing KMnO4, alkaline KMnO4 heat conditions, what will happen? The breaking will be happening over here. So here also two carbons, this will be oxidized, and this only one carbon that will be oxidized. Okay, so this one means you will be getting CH3CO2H, acetic acid. So here only one carbon is there, that will undergo oxidation. So what you will be getting, that one is formic acid, the one carbon carboxylic acid. Okay, formic acid. Then this formic acid, no, that is not that stable in this, it cannot withstand this condition. Okay, this will further undergo oxidation, and this carbon will be converted into carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide and water, like this. Okay, so propene on oxidative cleavage you will be getting acetic acid and carbon dioxide. Okay, acetic acid and carbon dioxide. So that will be the product after oxidative cleavage of propene. So next method is a named method which is called Koch's reaction. Okay, Koch's reaction is basically carboxylation of alkenes. So this is an industrial method for the manufacture of fatty acids. So how this is prepared is, it is prepared by heating a mixture of an alkene with carbon monoxide and steam under high pressure like 300 to 400 degree, under high pressure of 200 to 300 atmosphere and an elevated temperature at 200 to 400 in presence of phosphoric acid as catalyst, you will be getting corresponding carboxylic acid. For writing an example, I am taking again propene, simplest one I am taking propene. Actually, this is used for the industrial method for the synthesis of fatty acids. Okay, so this is treated with carbon monoxide and steam. Okay, this is steam. So the catalyst used is phosphoric acid H3PO4, and the temperature is 300 to 400 degrees Celsius and at a high pressure. high pressure. Okay, then corresponding the long corresponding carboxylic acid will be prepared. In this case, you will be getting isobutyric acid. Okay, isobutyric acid. So let us see how this is happening. I will show you the mechanism for this synthesis. Okay, so first it is under acidic condition. So looking into the mechanism, CH3, CH double bond, CH2. So under acidic conditions, what will happen? Again electromeric effect. The pi bond will be abstracting with proton, so H plus will be added over here. This carbon gets a positive charge. So how will you write? CH3, CH plus, CH2. Okay, so this carbon is electron deficient now. Now what you are adding over here? Carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide you can represent like this. Here carbon with a negative charge. Okay, and oxygen with a positive charge like this. So that means now carbon is nucleophilic in nature. Different resonance structures are there for the carbon monoxide. So this canonical form that is useful for our mechanism. So this how reaction is happening, and you would be getting here the carbon, it will be attached over here. Okay, here CH3. Okay, then CH3, CH, CH3, the C double bond O, right? C double bond O. The carbon is going, its lone pair will be going, so this carbon generates a positive charge. Okay, in the next step, what will happen? Water addition. So water, where it will attack the electron deficient carbon over here. Okay, so you will be getting CH3, CH, CH3, C double bond O, O, H, H. Again, water loses, oxygen loses one of its bonded pairs, so positive charge. So what will happen? This bonded pair will be going like this, deprotonation. So minus H plus. So you will be getting CH, CH, CH3, COH, double bond O. So this is the isobutyric acid which is written over here. So this is how the reaction is happening. So next method is oxidation of aldehydes, ketones and alcohols. This is simply +2 chemistry that you may be knowing. Oxidation of aldehydes with acidified KMnO4 or acidified K2Cr2O7. That reagent is KMnO4, strong oxidizing agent. You cannot have a control over this reaction. So KMnO4 acidified one, or potassium dichromate or sodium dichromate on acidic conditions. These are the reagents for this reaction. So aldehyde upon oxidation in presence of KMnO4 H plus, you will be getting corresponding carboxylic acid, right? Carboxylic acid. Similarly, ketones will undergo this reaction under drastic condition to get mixture of acids. Okay. Now coming into the alcohols. Alcohol portion, you might have studied the primary alcohol. So this is primary alcohol. So primary alcohol, what will do if you are performing this reaction under strong acidic conditions like this, acidified KMnO4 or acidified dichromate, first this will be converted into aldehyde. And this reaction, it will not stop at this stage since we are using a strong oxidizing agent. This will be converted into corresponding carboxylic acid. Okay, so primary alcohols will be converted into carboxylic acid. Now what about if you are taking a secondary alcohol, this is a secondary alcohol, as you know. And if secondary alcohols in the same conditions, if you are doing oxidation, the product would be RR dash. This is a ketone. Okay, now ketone under this condition, what will happen? It will give a mixture of acids like this portion also, but there will be one carbon less. Okay, so actually it could be RCO2H plus R dash CO2H, but there will be one carbon less in any of the acid. So that is what will be happening in this reaction. This you might have studied in your 12th chemistry. Next method is side chain oxidation. This is a special method for the synthesis of aromatic acids. So aromatic carboxylic acids are generally prepared by the oxidation of alkyl benzene and other aromatic compounds containing suitable side chain. So for example, if you are taking toluene, this is toluene. So that means this is aromatic group, this is its side chain, this CH3 group. Okay, so when this reaction is carried out in the presence of acidified KMnO4, this oxidation, strong oxidation, this side chain will be oxidized to carboxylic acid. So that toluene will be converted into CO2H. Okay, now it could be any alkyl chain, no matter the number of alkyl group attached to it. So if you are doing with CH2, CH3, ethyl benzene, the same thing will happen and you will be getting corresponding benzoic acid only, provided that there should be a hydrogen, benzylic hydrogen over it. So without which the reaction will not happen. Okay, suppose if you are having a alkyl side chain of this sort, CH3, CH3, CH3. Here this reaction will not happen. So this carbon should have hydrogens over it. Then only this reaction will be happening. Okay. So this method is known as side chain oxidation because the whole side chain, this whole side chain is oxidized. Okay. So this could be done with, what are the reagents for this one? This could be done with hydrogen peroxide, KMnO4 H plus, or dichromate, acidified dichromate. Okay, because these are all strong oxidizing agents for side chain oxidation. Suppose you have benzyl halide over here, this carbon is having hydrogens over here. So this benzyl halides also will undergo side chain oxidation and you would be getting benzoic acid here also. Okay, now this is toluene, parachlorotoluene. Okay, here also this side chain will be undergoing oxidation. You will be getting the substitute of benzoic acid. That CH3 will be oxidized, chloro group will be intact. Suppose you have xylene, okay, orthoxylene, that means ortho position CH3 group. Now if you are doing this reaction under KMnO4 and KOH condition, okay, alkaline KMnO4. So what will happen? Both the side chains will be oxidized. Okay, so you will be getting CO2K plus sodium salt of carboxylic acid basically. Now what you have to do? You have to do hydrolysis. So you will be getting 1,2-dicarboxylic acid, CO2H, CO2H. So this is called phthalic acid, which is used in the case of synthesis of phenolphthalein. So phthalic acid, phthalic anhydride, that will be used in the case of phenolphthalein. Okay. So this is how you are preparing carboxylic acid by various methods. So this is a very useful method for the synthesis of aromatic acids. So one more thing that I want to share with you, that if you have COCH3, okay, this is a ketone, right, and here CH3. So in that case also, this COCH3 and CH3 both will be oxidized. So this will be oxidized to CO2, okay, and similarly here also CO2 K plus, like this. Then after hydrolysis you will be getting corresponding 1,4-carboxylic acid here. So thank you for watching the video.